Hey guys! So today we're going to be talking about style types. And quick aside, do I not remind you guys of Joni Bartel when she was saying, would you like to swing on a star? Because that's what I remind myself of. So basically, I remember the body typing system being the fruit system. I was kind of young, so I didn't pay much attention to it. I was just like, okay, I'm not a pear, not dramatic enough for an hourglass, whatever. And I didn't think anything else of it. And then I was on TikTok and I came across Jada Zane. I will leave her information in the description or up here. She was talking about the Kibbe system, which is basically yin and yang proportions, things like that. You don't necessarily have to be in proportion. It's about, feminine to masculine or a balance of both, things like that. And then you can add on to your Kibbe with your Kitchener essence, which also follows yin and yang. There was another system that I was reading about. It seemed kind of convoluted. Maybe because the blog I was looking at, it was in Polish. It had to translate, but it just seemed a little more work than necessary. But it's kind of something if you want like in-person, in-depth. I kind of just like to study it on my own. And if I need to make some revisions, I can go ahead and do that. But then also, Jada was talking about your color palettes. And, it was a really big trend for people to go get color analysis and things like that. Which, it's not that hard to find your own color palette yourself. Unless maybe you're colorblind. So we're going to go over that briefly. And then, because I told you guys I was looking for like an app to do my wardrobe in, they have a style quiz. So I took that and it was interesting. But we're going to start with Kibbe. So like I said, Kibbe is yin and yang, or yang and yin because it goes on the spectrum. Yang is masculine, yin is feminine, in the middle is balance. Well, so for their yin and yang, they don't use the words masculine or feminine. So on the far end is yang. It's dramatic, which is a sharp yang, and natural, which is a soft yang. And then classic is right in the middle, that's balanced. And then for the yin, you have gamine, which is petite yin, and then you have romantic, which is lush yin. The test to confirm which ones you are, basically, you take a photo of yourself like straight on, and you're assessing like your bone structure and the way that your flesh lies around your body and things like that. And so all the types, there's dramatic, soft dramatic, flamboyant natural, natural, soft natural, dramatic classic, classic, soft classic, flamboyant gamine, gamine, soft gamine, theatrical romantic, and romantic. So when I first started looking at the Kibbe types, based on Jada's breakdown, I was thinking I was a soft gamine. And then I went back and I did the actual test that I found on the Concept Wardrobe site. She also has breakdown information on Kibbes and other types as well. So if you prefer to read, I would do the Concept Wardrobe. If you would like to listen instead, I would go to Jada. You can book both of them for a consultation if you don't want to do it yourself. But yeah, so when I first started, I thought I was a soft gamine. I'm not really sure. I don't remember what it was that made me think that. And so I did the actual test. It's broken down between A and B answers are yang dominant, D and E are yin dominant, and then the other ones are just kind of out there. And then so for my test, I mainly got C and E. I think I could probably move one of those E's to a C, but I got 2 D's, 0 B's, and 1 A. So mostly E results are romantic, which is a lush yin. Mostly C with D or E is soft classic, which is bone structure dominant C with additional yin elsewhere. And then, so a mix of A and B or D and E, more D or E is a soft gamine, either side, but more softness, which that's like Janelle Monáe, Halle Berry, Octavia Spencer, and Eartha Kitt. They are soft gamines. And actually, so what was it? And then so romantics would be her, Amelia Clark, and Chaka Khan. And then some soft classics. These are examples that Jada gave, by the way. Lupita Nyong'o and Danae Benton are soft classics. Going back over the tests and then looking at myself, I would be a soft classic with some romantic elements, which actually plays a part into the Kitchener essence, which I'm going to go through in just a second. So like generalized classics, you can typically point them out by like people who fit like 40s, 50s, and 60s silhouettes like very nicely, and like they just blend in with that nice classic smooth line silhouette, which I like. And it's also, you know, nice and flowy. So clean and unbroken and with waist emphasis. Waist emphasis looks good on most people. I mean, I think if you're top heavy, sometimes waist emphasis can look a little disproportionate. But yeah, so they also say, you know, slightly matte or sheen finishes, diagonal draping or horizontal, gently flowing lines that flare or swirl, larger angular bone structures that no appear tall, well, extremely petite or small boned with extra delicate hands or feet is what you will not be. Soft and full, slightly fleshy, larger eyes, soft full cheeks, full lips, symmetrical and evenly spaced for facial features. But yeah, so comparing the soft classic with the romantic, I'm definitely a soft classic, even though I do have some romantic elements. But I'm fine with that because then I can just add some things in, which brings me to the Kitchener essence, which is basically fashion style or your type of beauty, which also still go from yang to yin. So dramatic, you have theatrical yang, which is striking and powerful. Gamine, which is playfully dramatic yang, bold and playful. Natural, which is casual yang, casual and sportive. Classic, which is balanced, elegant, and formal. Romantic, which is sensual, deep yin, mature, and sensual. Ingenue, which is decorative, small scale yin, cute, and innocent. And angelic, which is ethereal yin and otherworldly and mystical. And they go through further. Ooh, don't kick it. So for the Kitcheners, it's not like a hard and fast yes or no, you are or you aren't. And you can also have multiple essences. So to get more like in-depth style, you can combine your Kibbe with your Kitchener. And you can kind of take your Kibbe results to kind of pick which one, at least your initial Kitchener you'll be. So I'm a soft classic Kibbe type. So essentially I would at least look at the classic lines first, which I can still fall into a classic. Just basically on analyzing how clothes follow me, how they look, how people respond when I'm dressed certain ways. I'm still a classic, but I also have ingenue essence. And then I also have a few romantic traits as well. Now, romantics would be like Monica Bellucci, which like obviously like I don't look like her. So I'm not a full-on romantic. But stylized, which I'm gonna do that in another video because this just takes a lot more work. It's not something that I go out of my way to do in public because some guys are weird, but it's there. Which brings me to my color palette. I am a bright spring. So is, who's this? Zoe Saldana is a bright spring. Kerry Washington, Jennifer Hudson, Solange, Tessa Thompson, Salida E. Banks, Samir Wiley, Niecy Nash, Rome Flynn, Vanessa Hudgens, and Donnell B. Jr. So now what I can do, I can say, okay, I'm a soft classic, so these are the best lines for me. Oh, but I want to play up my ingenue side. I'm going to go with this design. And then, oh, I'm a bright spring, so this is the color palette that's going to look best on me. Now, the thing about bright spring is I can do silver and gold. So the thing about bright spring is, for the most part, we can do pretty much any color. Now, there are shades of the colors that, you know, aren't great, but you basically just have to know what you're doing. So, like, we can play with black, but we have to like add some warmth to it. So like if we do just straight black, you know, we get a little pale. So if you add like a plum or an eggplant, that'll look much, much better. Because even when I do eyeliner, I prefer a dark blue as opposed to a just black because I find it to be a little bit harsh, but it definitely makes the eyes pop. And then we can wear any metal, but we look best in gold. Based on my account, yes, I look absolutely radiant in gold. It's very much giving Diamonds Are Dead, the J'adore commercial. But silver is, you know, it's very ethereal. I was doing, so obviously you can see I feel very relaxed, very ladylike. And then so if we do Bright Spring plus Kitchener, for classic it's neutrals and a pop of color. For romantic it's reds and black, add gold and bling. For ingenue it's pink pastel ivory gradients and cool pops of color. And then if I add the Kibbe type for the romantic, it's the brighter colors on the chart and pastel colors. And then for the soft classic it's soft light colors with pops of color or soft monochrome, but no color blocking. I'm not really into color blocking, so that's fine. I definitely suggest at least doing the Kibbe typing, because when people say like it doesn't matter if a garment is flattering on you, they're lying to you. Because why do you like something that makes you look bad? Because if it fits you, if it's flattering on you, you look your best, you feel your best. Because if your jeans are too tight, you don't feel good anymore. You know, they may have been your favorite pair of jeans, but if they're not buttoning, you can't wear them. So are they still your favorite? So yeah, I would definitely at least suggest that. And like I said, you can go on the concept wardrobe and do the test yourself, or you can book with her, or you could book with Jada. Or I mean, you could just listen to Jada's clips and try and figure it out. I do suggest, even if you do listen to the clips, if you're not going to book, I would do the test yourself, just so you can actually see like proportion wise and like bone structure wise. Because if you're just listening, you can kind of be like, oh yeah, I kind of look like this. Jada does not offer the color typing as of yet. I know she talks about it, but she doesn't offer that in her consult service. But she does tell you how to read the color wheel and figure out whether you're, you know, an autumn, a winter, a spring, or a summer, and all of that. So let me know if you're a bright spring like me. I love it here. Spring's a good season. And then I'm a summer baby, so that means, what was she saying? I can pull from the darker colors of spring and the lighter colors of winter. Or was it autumn? Did I write that down? Between true spring and bright winter. So bright winter is my sister's season. Bright, bold, tropical, color rich, twinge of yellow, jewel tones. Yeah. So a bright spring compared to a true spring, and brighter, darker, and clearer. And then compared to a bright winter, I'm warmer, and I can take the warmest colors from their color palette. So I did the style quiz on the list. Now the outfits that they give you to choose from are very much giving a very specific type of person from New York. And so picking the outfits was kind of hard. So they did a leading, a supporting, and a complementary type. So my leading style type is the alluring style, which is glamorous and eye-catching and figure enhancing, and is marked by unapologetic, confident impression. Clean lines, stretch or satin fabrics, attend to highlights, sensual feminine features like waist, decolletage, and shoulders. So this plays into both soft classic and romantic. It plays more into the romantic essence than the classic. Celebrities with this are Beyonce, J-Lo, Lizzo, and Victoria Beckham. And my supporting style is edgy. So edgy is defined, it's cool aesthetic and rock and roll vibes. Style flirts with danger but never compromises on elegance. Mainly made up of black, gray, and white, accented bold colors such as red or bright blue. Slimmer fit, balanced, more oversized outerwear. I'm not mad at this. It's just the photos that they use to describe these. They're just more kind of like stereotypical white women, and I wouldn't wear most of them. So the celebrities for this are Kate Moss, Dua Lipa, and Kristen Stewart. I don't think I read as any of those three examples, but you know, this is my supporting style, so this is, you know, it's not the main thing, so you know, we can see it. I have edge sometimes. Yeah. I don't like studs though. I mean like actual like studs, not. Anyways, my complementary style is the avant-garde, which is known for its architectural silhouettes paired with interesting fashion-forward details. It's marked by its risk-taking, creativity, and grandiose fashion statements. Heavily flavored, solid colors and designs that play with shape, proportion, and asymmetry. Characterized by sturdy fabrics able to defy gravity. These celebrities are Zendaya, Tilda Swinton, and Hunter Schafer. I mean, I like to play. I'm not a big fan of asymmetry, though. Voluminous poplin tops, shoes. I mean, now it says the shoes being a piece of art. I love a shoe. I love a statement shoe. That's my main thing is like shoes and jewelry, those can be statements. I would prefer something a little smoother and flowier to the body. So in jewelry, it also says complementary style. So this is not necessarily like me. Because there are absolutely several outfits that I have seen on Zendaya and Tilda that I would wear. I've seen a couple on Hunter that I would also wear. Not the feather, even though that was stunning. Oh, look, see, and that's what I forgot to mention down here. So, like, for the complimentary, it says brands like Demula Meester, Alexander McQueen, Maison Margiela, Balenciaga, Dries Van Noten, Comme des Garçons, Alexander Wang, Cos, Oakenfort. I would absolutely wear Alexander McQueen. I've seen a few things from Anne that look pretty nice. I haven't looked much at Dries. And then for the edgy, it's Saint Laurent, Prada, Acne, Rag & Bone, All Saints, Zadig and Voltaire, The Couples, Annie Bing, Blank, NYC, Zara, and Mango. Some of these I haven't heard of. Zara, like, yeah. Saint Laurent, yeah. I'm not really a big Prada girl. Acne, I've seen some nice things from Acne. And then for the alluring, it's D&G, Versace, Tom Ford, Brandon Maxwell, Kate, Cult Gaia, Sink in September, Reformation, Shauna Joy, Lovers and Friends, Guess, Aritzia, and Zara. I am much, much more aligned with these stores, which would be why it's leading. So even though I'm not a fan of the photos that they use, it technically actually is pretty accurate. So at some point, I guess I'll go in the shops and try and play up a little bit more edge and avant-garde. Maybe. Because I do like, so I'm just a little picky is the only thing. But yeah, let me know if you guys have found any other style quizzes to take, because I love quizzes in general. I actually used to have like a notebook. I can't remember what the quiz site was, but it was a bunch of like random quizzes, like what would you be in this past life, or like what kind of dragon would you be, and blah blah blah, so, like stuff like that, like really cute fun stuff. And guys, let me know if you'd prefer if I posted my long form video on Wednesday, since I do a short Monday and Friday. I've been doing Tuesday. Sometimes, depending on how late I upload it, YouTube doesn't like to push it, and I'm like, well, I just did one Monday. So if you like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, let me know. If Monday, Tuesday, Friday still works for you, let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the bell. I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to leave me your essences and types below.